If anybody's having computer issues, computer troubles, Tech is here to help out. Thank you, Tech. Well, just with that one that is having issues. So if your computer's not working, let me know. I'll come help you figure it out. All right, so if you recall from a couple weeks ago, we built up these spreadsheets. This is my example that I showed off, but it has all of these from your project 1.1. You should still have an Excel sheet that's got your balances, breaks it down into all these different categories, right? We remember this. So yours probably, though, just has the information that you put in for in order to complete the assignment, right? Totally understandable. The way that this spreadsheet that I have set it up in mind for your guys' classes and for like your perspectives is this is actually going to become our template file. So with that month in mind, right? In Excel or in Google Sheets, they both work the same way. At the bottom here, it's hard to see on my projector screen, but at the bottom here are these different tabs. Right now, there should only be one from February. But you can duplicate these tabs and create a template file that you'll restart every month, or every time you get paid, at least, is how I do mine. So, for example, yours will probably, if I undo all that deleting I just did, okay. Trying to figure I'm confusing myself here. All right. So to make this as easy as possible on yourself, if you right click on that tab on the bottom and you click duplicate, it's going to just do literally that. It's going to duplicate it on the bottom of the row here. And you can see we have multiple tabs along the way. So we're kind of working backwards here since this is a step that we skipped in the initial setup of these spreadsheets. But right click on that copy of whatever your spreadsheet's name was in the bottom there. And we're going to rename that to template. Okay. I already have one, so let me delete my other one real quick. What? Okay, so you guys duplicate your project 1.1 tab at the bottom here for whatever work you submitted for the assignment a couple weeks ago, and duplicate that and rename it to templates. That's going to give us the basic starting points that we can copy off every month as we need to. The next thing you should do once you duplicate your spreadsheet is go through and remove all of the transactions that you did from that month so that we have a blank slate to work with. You should have nothing in the income, nothing in the balances remaining, and nothing in any of the columns, because this is going to become what we duplicate every month or every time we get paid at least. And this is building on that habit of using this spreadsheet. So if you haven't been using this sheet, this will be a good reminder that you have it and that it's set up and just waiting for you to practice with it. But we're going to do a little first of the month, first of the payday kind of area set up right here. Okay, recapping the steps, you've duplicated your work, renamed it template, and deleted all of the information from the fun, groceries, savings, and bills category in my example. Whatever you set your categories to is what's going to be on yours. What I do on my template spreadsheet is I put the bills that I know are going to happen every month. So for me, that is rent. I put a section for utilities. You guys are not going to have as many as me. We'll just put gas as another big one. My credit cards is another big one. Just for example, you want to put the things that you know you're going to have to pay every month. So your guys is probably any subscriptions you have, gasoline if you're a driver, if you have a car payment, those are things that are guaranteed to go in the template file notes every month. Just the notes section for now. Hi, good morning. Thank you. Just the notes section for now, because sometimes the amount does fluctuate. So we'll just do, I'll have rent, utilities, gas, credit cards, and we'll put my student loan on there. Okay. So these things are going to be the same every month. We know that we have to pay these by default. So we're going to set those up in the template. So to save us a little bit of time when we start getting to the next phase, which is duplicating these. So I'm going to set my rent numbers or my expense numbers that I know that they're going to be every month. We're using 1,000 as an example. Utilities, we're going to say is $65. I don't know exactly. Gas, this is where you do something a little different. You type equals 0 on gas because we haven't spent any gas money yet. But I know I'm paying $240 towards my credit cards and I'm paying $200, we'll call it, towards my student loan, right? You'll notice that on my example here that this is changing colors. You don't have to do that. I will show you. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. I'll show you how to do that at a later date. For now, we're just building the template, creating kind of our new month of transactions here. All right, so this is still in the template file. You can see that I've got, it's going to calculate how much bills are going to cost me this month. And the rest are going to be blank because those are going to change dependent on whatever month we're in. So your next job, after you've built up this template and put a little bit of starting information that you know is going to be consistent amongst each of the months, you right click on that, duplicate it again, and rename it to this month or this paycheck. So I'm going to name this SHS March 2024. SHS is just my example version because this is the same file that I use for my legit spreadsheet. I'm going to set the month right here to be March so that I know that when I open it up, this is for March's budget. Template we're going to leave blank. February will have that there. And we'll put my income in this top box right here. We'll call it $2,500. However much you made in this pay period like this. And so by repeating this process, every time you either get paid or every time a month starts anew, you'll be able to set your budget and project how much money you'll need to keep, how much money you'll need to adjust, how much money you'll need to move in different directions to make sure that you have enough for the month or until your next paycheck, right? So we got our template. We're just going to leave it as is with all of our, it's okay if your balance remaining is negative on the template. That is because we've not put any of the actual information for that specific month in. You duplicate the template, rename it the name of the current month. And then I also like to right click on my template again and click on hide sheet. So if you hide the sheet, then it doesn't clog up our tabs at the bottom here. And we can just focus on the months that are budgeted out or that we've filled out this information for in this bottom section right here. So that's the first thing that I want you guys to do to reintroduce this budgeting spreadsheet. And then the other thing I want you to focus on, because remember, we're kind of thinking about building habits. Over the course of this month or over this paycheck, I want you guys to actually update this with income that you have. It can be from work. It can be, if you're not a person who works, it can just be money that you've received or however you obtain your money. That is your call. But I want you guys to use this instead of with your projected numbers of your dream job, of the ideal career, right? Use your actual income this month, just for the March, just so you can see, keep practicing. We'll turn those in at the end of the month with actual data in there. Okay. So that's the setup process. We'll repeat that next time we have a new month or a new check. So you guys will have extra practice in that regard there. Okay, so next thing we should do is set some new SMART goals, considering that we have a new month and a new week to take advantage of here. This will also build us in that habit of just kind of keeping track with our things, our ideas, our goals each month. Set one for this week and also one for this month. We'll do end of the year at another time. So actually, I'm going to remove that. So if you remember back to our SMART goals unit, go to modules here. That was week 3. If you go to assignment smart point 1 weekly goals, it still has that template that you can download and you can fill out. And I want you to do one for the week and one for the month. So weekly ones you want to keep timely, you want to keep about how you can do something a little bit every day. And then monthly, it's all about breaking down these ideas into smaller chunks. How can you do the little thing first before you actually, how many little things can you add up to get to become a big thing? I also, this morning, I got an email from some mailing list, bear with me here for a second. You know, you get a lot of spam in your email inbox, but one of them, something popped out at me. What was it? What did it say? It said, the subject line was "Eat that frog," okay? What that means, and what I want you to kind of be aware of that, is when you're thinking about your SMART goals, your monthly and your weekly SMART goals, eat that frog is an idea that you need to imagine, because it comes from an old story, that the first thing that you do when you have to wake up in the morning is eat an entire frog, right? It's not very fun. It's not a pretty process. Doesn't taste very good, I imagine. So it's something that you want to do the least. And the idea of eat that frog is you should do your most difficult or your most disliked item first. Hi, good morning. As challenging as that is, you should do your most disliked or your most the thing you're looking forward to the least first, because then it's over with. Just get it out of the way. Stop thinking about it. That gives you way more energy, way more time to focus on things that you actually do want to do. So when you're thinking about your SMART goals today, think about eating that frog right at the start of the day. And if you are vegetarian, pick your least favorite non-meat item, like raw tofu or something. Or anyway, so you guys are doing right now is setting a weekly and monthly SMART goal. Spend about 10 minutes doing that max. And then we'll start talking about the investing in yourself sort of thing. In the meantime, if you were absent for your group presentations, please send me a Canvas message so I can pair you guys all together, and you can still get those group presentation, mood board presentation points. Yeah. So set your weekly and monthly SMART goal, and then email me if you are not here on presentation day, and I will put you in a group together so you can present. All right, go.